Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. News 7. Her stories helped people feel seen, understood, and never alone, wrote one fan in tribute. That's the legacy of Nancy Lee Myatt, one built not only from words on a page, but from the lives she touched. At 68, Nancy Lee passed away peacefully in Basel, Switzerland, due to complications from Alzheimer's disease. She chose to spend her final days with dignity, surrounded by love. A proud member of the Cherokee tribe and a creative force from Oklahoma, Nancy Lee rose through the ranks of Hollywood with unwavering purpose. She was a writer, a producer, a mentor, but most of all, an advocate for stories that mattered. She broke ground with shows like South of Nowhere, a teen drama that fearlessly explored identity and connection. Nikki and Nora, though not picked up at first, became a cult favorite and eventually made history as a web series featuring two lesbian detectives. Her writing credits read like a list of TV classics: Night Court, Living Single, Teacher's Pet. For the latter, she won a Daytime Emmy. For the former, she received a NAACP Image Award. And every step of the way, she carried with her a drive to bring voices forward that were too often silenced. Nancy Lee was also the only female staff writer on The Powers That Be, where she got her start under the mentorship of Norman Lear. She later led the creation of Social Studies and left her mark on animated hits like Recess and Lloyd in Space. Those who knew her admired her tireless work ethic and fearless leadership. Those who loved her knew a generous heart, a fierce sense of humor, and a deep devotion to her wife and writing partner, Paige Williams Bernhardt. Love and laughter. That's what she lived for, Paige shared. And she gave both away so freely. Nancy Lee cared deeply about Alzheimer's research and animal welfare. Her family encourages donations to the Louisiana chapter of the Alzheimer's Association and the National Spay Alliance in her honor. Nancy Lee Myatt's gift was never just the stories she told, it was the way she changed the world through them. And that light will continue, through every word she wrote, and every life she helped shine a little brighter. Tributes to Nancy Lee Myatt. Number 6. She was the most creative person that I've ever known in my life. Those words from her daughter, Alexis Seymour, begin to capture the spirit of Allie Light, fearless, vibrant, and endlessly curious. Allie Light passed away peacefully at age 90, leaving behind a body of work that changed the shape of documentary film. Her vision illuminated corners of humanity often left in the dark, from opera chorus members to women living with mental illness. Her breakthrough came with the Academy Award-winning In the Shadow of the Stars, a film that elevated unsung voices in powerful harmony. She followed with Dialogues with Mad Women, which earned a national Emmy and sparked new conversations around mental health. Each film was personal, bold, and empathetic, a reflection of who she was. Born in Dove Creek and raised amid hardship in San Francisco, Light turned adversity into resolve. She studied at San Francisco State University, where her passion for storytelling took root. Over 5 decades, she directed, produced, and wrote more than 20 documentaries, collaborating closely with her husband Irving Seraph and later her daughter Julia Hilder. Light's storytelling was never about fame or praise. It was about people, struggle, and truth. Her documentaries like Rachel's Daughters and Blind Spot tackled complex issues with a warmth and intelligence that felt deeply human. Beyond the screen, she mentored young filmmakers and taught with heart. To many in the Bay Area, she wasn't just a filmmaker. She was a guide, a champion, a friend. After the loss of her beloved Irving, she continued creating with courage. Her later work, including the moving short Any Wednesday, explored themes of grief and love. Her final film, The Ship That Turned Back, told her husband's escape from the Holocaust, a deeply personal story told alongside her daughter. Producer Gary Meyer called her the godmother of Bay Area documentaries, generous, visionary, and passionate. Her influence is woven into the voices of a new generation of filmmakers. Allie Light is survived by her daughters, Julia and Alexis, and a legacy that echoes through her films, her students, and those she inspired. She died of natural causes. She will be deeply missed. Tributes to Allie Light. Number 5. She was the steady heartbeat behind a legend. That's how many described Wanda Lou Clark, the trusted assistant and longtime confidant of Lucille Ball. At 87, Wanda passed away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy of devotion, kindness, and quiet strength. Born in Oklahoma, Wanda's journey took her from a desk at Look magazine to the heart of Hollywood history. A personal recommendation brought her to Desilu Productions and Into Lucy's World. Hired without an interview, she began a working relationship that would span nearly 3 decades. Wanda was more than an assistant. She was Lucy's anchor through the highs and lows of a growing television empire. From The Lucy Show to Here's Lucy and beyond, Wanda handled the daily details, schedules, and transitions across changing studios. Loyal, precise, and dependable, she remained a strong and steady presence in a fast-moving industry. She wasn't drawn to the spotlight, yet her impact was deeply felt. Wanda formed meaningful bonds with the Ball family and colleagues throughout her life. She stood beside Lucy Arnaz as maid of honor and became a founding board member of the Lucy Desi Museum, helping ensure that Lucy's legacy didn't fade with time. Always ready with warmth and a sharp memory, Wanda often spoke in interviews, sharing stories with care and honesty. Fans gravitated to her not just for her insight, but for the dignity and grace she carried. After her passing, the Lucy Desi Museum honored her, saying, "Wanda's unwavering devotion and insights into Lucy's career were irreplaceable. Her stories and memories kept the legacy alive for generations." Wanda is survived by devoted friends, extended family, and everyone she inspired. Her lasting contribution lives on in the timeless shows she helped bring to life, and in the museum that continues to honor Lucy and Desi's legacy. Her gentle spirit, loyalty, and quiet influence will always be remembered. Wanda Lou Clark didn't need the spotlight to shine, she lit the way for others. Tributes to Wanda Clark. Number 4. There was something about Arturo Jr. His smile made you believe in tomorrow, said a close family friend shortly after his passing. Arturo Gatti Jr., the 17-year-old son of boxing legend Arturo "Thunder" Gatti, left the world far too soon. Though his path was just beginning, his presence left a lasting imprint on everyone who knew him. Raised in the light of his late father's extraordinary legacy, Arturo Jr. stood out not for his name, but for who he was becoming. Those who spent time with him speak of his respectful nature, his sincere kindness, and his quiet strength. He brought a calm energy into any room and carried himself with grace beyond his years. He didn't try to match his father's legend. Instead, Arturo Jr. honored it with the way he treated others, with genuine humility and a sense of responsibility to live up to the name, not by fighting, but by becoming a good man. Friends saw in him the makings of a leader, one who listened, who loved deeply, and who wore integrity like armor. At 17, his greatest achievements weren't measured in awards or titles, but in promise, in the hearts he touched and the future he was building. Whether cheering for his friends or helping a neighbor in quiet ways, Arturo Jr. showed signs of a young soul ready to make a difference. His tragic passing in Mexico under mysterious circumstances has left many heartbroken. The news sent ripples through the boxing world, where his father's memory still resonates deeply. Messages of love, support, and condolences continue to flood in for the Gatti family during this time of unimaginable loss. Fellow boxers, fans, and loved ones have united in grief and remembrance. He carried his father's heart outside the ring, one well-known trainer shared online. That same fire, but softer, kinder. Arturo Gatti Jr. didn't get the time he deserved, but in those 17 years he gave the world glimpses of something rare, an old soul with a gentle voice, building his own legacy under the shadow of a giant. He will be missed, remembered, and deeply loved. Tributes to Arturo Gatti Jr. Number 3. She had a warmth that lit up the room and a strength that quietly led the way. Joan Bennett Kennedy, remembered for her grace, resilience, and unwavering compassion, passed away peacefully at the age of 89. Her path was not always easy, yet she met life's challenges with dignity, a trait admired by friends, family, and all who knew her. As a classically trained pianist, Joan brought beauty to the world through music. Her talent echoed in concert halls, charity events, and gatherings, where her presence gave comfort and joy. But it was beyond the piano where she truly made her mark. Married to Senator Edward Kennedy for over 2 decades, Joan stood beside one of the nation's most prominent public figures while forging her own way. Raising 3 children, she remained a pillar of strength for her family through triumph and tragedy. Joan became a passionate advocate for mental health and addiction support. Long before these causes were widely recognized, she spoke openly and bravely, offering hope to others through her own journey. Her voice helped break the silence for many, pushing the conversation forward. Thanks to her efforts, more people found help, healing, and understanding. A friend once described her as a light in the darker corners of other people's lives. That was Joan, quiet but unwavering, private yet deeply committed to helping others. Though she battled personal health challenges in her later years, Joan never lost her dignity or her spirit. She passed away from complications related to long-term health issues, surrounded by love and remembered with deep affection. She is survived by her children and extended family, who carry on her legacy of compassion and courage. In the words of one Massachusetts Democratic leader, Joan's grace and generosity touched countless lives. She was a true beacon of hope and strength. Through her music, her advocacy, and her tireless devotion to those she loved, Joan Bennett Kennedy leaves behind a legacy of kindness and resilience. She will be missed, but her story continues in the lives she touched. Tributes to Joan Bennett Kennedy. Number 2, the measure of a champion isn't just in titles won, it's in how they uplift the game and inspire others around them. Allison did exactly that. At 95, he passed away peacefully, leaving behind a life defined by passion, excellence, and unwavering love for the sport of bowling. Known on and off the lanes as Mr. 900, Glenn's name has long been etched in bowling's most cherished history. His record-setting perfect 900 series, while never officially sanctioned, remains one of the sport's most iconic moments. It exemplified both his incredible talent and the grit that carried him through more than 7 decades in competitive bowling. Born in Whittier, California, Glenn picked up the game early and never let go. He helped launch the Professional Bowlers Association in 1958 and stayed active long after many others had stepped aside. He earned 5 PBA Tour titles, a PBA Senior title, and held the longest active participation record in USBC Open Championships, 72 appearances with over 123,000 career pins. But beyond the accolades and titles, Glenn stood for something deeper: integrity. A soft-spoken mentor and encouraging friend, he guided countless bowlers through the sport he dearly loved. His presence at tournaments was both grounding and inspiring. Fans remember his focused delivery and quiet leadership. Teammates recall his sense of humor and humble nature. And through the years, the nickname Mr. 900 evolved from a single event into a symbol of his legacy. A man who didn't just bowl perfect games, but lived his life with remarkable consistency and grace. The PBA shared, Glenn Allison's passion for the game and unwavering integrity set the standard for what it means to be a professional. He was more than a champion. He was an ambassador and friend to all who bowled with him. He is survived by his children, grandchildren, and a bowling community that adored him. The lanes will feel emptier without him. But wherever pins fall, and wherever bowlers chase that perfect score, Glenn Allison's spirit remains. Tributes to Glenn Allison. What's trending on the internet? News 1. Imagine going to bed with a sore throat and a fever, and waking up to a life forever changed. That's what happened to 20-year-old Levi Dewey from Derby, England. Last winter, Levi, a fit and healthy young man, thought he had the flu. But as his symptoms worsened, his mother's quick action got him to the hospital, where doctors discovered he was actually battling a severe infection called sepsis. Levi's condition deteriorated quickly, and just before his 21st birthday, doctors made the difficult decision to amputate both of his legs below the knee to save his life. Despite this life-changing event, Levi has shown incredible resilience. He's learning to navigate daily life in new ways, mastering everything from getting dressed to driving with his hands. And through it all, he credits his family's love and support for his optimism and determination to move forward. Levi and his family are now sharing their experience to raise awareness about the dangers of sepsis, especially in young, healthy people where the warning signs can be hard to spot. Their hope is that by telling Levi's story, more people will learn about the importance of paying attention to severe flu symptoms and seeking help early. Levi's journey is a powerful reminder that strength isn't about the challenges we face, but how we rise above them. His courage and positive outlook inspire us all to appreciate each day and to support one another through life's unexpected trials. News 2. Country music lovers, let's take a moment to appreciate the dedication and resilience of Cody Johnson. Recently, Cody shared some tough news with his fans. Due to a severe health issue, he's had to cancel his remaining tour dates for the year. After battling a severe upper respiratory and sinus infection, Cody unfortunately suffered a ruptured eardrum, which requires immediate surgery. The road to recovery will be long, but Cody is staying positive and grateful for the love and support from his fans known as Kojo Nation. Even in challenging times, Cody's spirit and commitment to his craft inspire us all. His fans will undoubtedly be eager for his return, and we can't wait to see him back on stage doing what he loves. For now, let's send our best wishes for a speedy recovery and look forward to the day when Cody can once again share his talents with the world. News 3. A heartbreaking story has emerged from Brazil that's touching hearts across social media. Alex Luan dos Santos Pereira, a vibrant young content creator known to his 280,000 followers as Valioso, has passed away at just 20 years old following a tragic car accident in his hometown of Jacobina, Bahia. The accident occurred on Saturday evening when Alex was driving along Rua Padre Alfredo, near the Jardim da Saudade cemetery. According to local authorities, he was traveling at high speed when he lost control of the vehicle, colliding with a tree. The young influencer died at the scene. 4 other passengers in the car, 3 women and 1 man, were injured and taken to nearby hospitals for treatment. Alex had built a loyal following by sharing comedy sketches and glimpses into his daily life. Though he had grown up in Jacobina, he had recently been living in Salvador, the state capital, pursuing his dreams as a digital creator. He was back in his hometown just for a visit and was planning to return to Salvador the following day. What made Alex special to his fans wasn't just his humor, but the genuine warmth and relatability he brought to every post. At such a young age, he had already touched hundreds of thousands of lives with his content, bringing laughter and joy to people's daily scrolls through social media. The tragedy serves as a sobering reminder about road safety, especially for young drivers. But more than anything, it's a moment for his community to remember the light Alex brought into the world. His followers are sharing their favorite memories and videos, ensuring that his legacy of laughter and positivity lives on. Though his time was far too short, Valioso will be remembered for the happiness he spread and the smiles he created every single day. News 4. What a testament to family strength and love. Taylor Swift recently opened up about her father, Scott Swift, who at 73 bravely underwent quintuple bypass surgery after doctors discovered 5 blocked arteries during a routine heart test. Taylor, along with her mother Andrea and brother Austin, devoted their summer to caring for Scott, taking shifts at his side around the clock and moving in together as he recovered. Taylor even put her famous DIY spirit to use, assembling his shower chair, walker, and bed, all while ensuring he followed doctor's orders, sometimes joking she had to be the one to take his phone away at night. Through this journey, Taylor shared how the experience felt like a parent-child reversal, remembering the days her dad built swing sets for her. Now she's lending a helping hand back. Happily, Scott is doing incredibly well and has been described as the loveliest patient. The Swift family's resilience and deep care remind us all of the powerful bonds that hold us together, especially in challenging times. News 5. It's hard to believe it's been almost a year since the world lost Liam Payne, beloved singer and cherished member of One Direction. Liam, who passed away at just 31 in Buenos Aires, Argentina, left a lasting legacy, not just as a talented performer, but as someone his bandmates quietly leaned on from day one. Recently, Louis Tomlinson, now 33, spoke candidly about the profound grief he still feels, sharing that celebrating the group's 15th anniversary was bittersweet without Liam's warm presence. Louis described Liam as the safest pair of hands in the band, a gifted mentor whose friendship meant the world to him and so many fans. As we remember Liam today, let's honor the joy and inspiration he gave us through his music, his kindness, and his unwavering spirit. His memory will always live on in the hearts he touched. Number 1. I always believed that Detroit deserved better, and I fought every day to make that happen. Those words from Carolyn Kilpatrick capture the spirit that guided her lifelong service. Known for her fierce advocacy and deep love for her city, she served 7 terms in Congress, representing Michigan's 15th and later 13th districts. Her leadership carved a powerful legacy in civil rights, minority empowerment, and community investment. At 80, Carolyn passed away peacefully, leaving behind decades of work that shaped Detroit's future. She began her journey as a high school teacher before moving into the Michigan House of Representatives. From there, she rose to national prominence, ultimately becoming one of Detroit's most respected public servants. In Congress, she was a force. As the first black woman on the influential Appropriations Committee, she secured more federal funding for Detroit than any of her peers. She fought tirelessly for equity in government contracts, better housing, and economic opportunities for underserved communities. Her election as chair of the Congressional Black Caucus in 2006 was more than a title. It was a testament to her leadership and courage. She mentored young lawmakers, brought Detroit's needs straight to Washington, and never backed down from a challenge. Even after leaving office, her work echoed through the halls of community spaces, classrooms, and churches she supported for years. Longtime colleague Representative Brenda Lawrence called her a true servant leader whose heart belonged to the people. Others remember her as a passionate voice, someone who never gave up on her city. Carolyn is survived by her son, former Detroit Mayor Kwame Kilpatrick, and her extended family. Her impact lives on in the neighborhoods she championed and the policies she helped shape. She passed away peacefully, and though her voice is now silent, her message of service and strength will continue to inspire. Tributes to Carolyn Cheeks Kilpatrick. They understood trends before a lot of others did. With those simple words, New York Times food writer Florence Fabricant captured the brilliance of Saul Zabar.